So I just finished up a Praxis workshop where one of the advisors posed an impromptu questions to the participants that were present. And a lot of the participants prefaced their answers with an apology, like, I don't know if my answer is going to be any good, but here goes. Or I know this is going to be a terrible subpar answer, but I'll give it a go anyway. Some of them apologized after answering the question. They would give their answer. The answer was pretty good, but then they'd follow it up with, I know that was probably terrible, but that's the best that I can do. And it provided a very important teaching moment about the value of not undermining yourself when you're at a job interview or in a business situation where you are challenged to improvise or think on the spot. When you're at a job interview, sometimes people are going to ask you tough questions that seem to throw you for a loop, right? And it's easy to think that the only important thing in that moment is your answer, which will cause you to obsess with getting it right, not making a mistake, making sure it's really compelling and so forth. But there's a second thing that's equally important that people want to see. And that second thing is how composed and confident and creative can you be when you are in a context where you are forced to improvise. Because sometimes at work, we know what the rules are, we know what the right answer is, we know exactly what to do, and we can be good in that situation. But if an employer is considering the possibility of working with you, they also want to know if you can be good in those situations where you haven't had time to rehearse what you're going to say to a customer when they ask you such and such. And when you can maintain your composure in the face of a question that you don't know what to do with, when you can maintain a sense of humor and a sense of self-confidence, you signal to people that you are the kind of person that they want to work with. So my tip is when you're in a job interview or any professional situation and someone is asking you a question, do your best to give the best thought you're capable of manufacturing in that moment, but don't apologize. Don't create anticipation of a low quality answer by telling them how confident you are that it's going to be a really terrible answer. And don't undermine the strength of your answer by following it up with an apology. Many times we say things that work pretty well. And the people who ask us questions, they know they're asking us a challenging question. And we answer the question really well. And then we immediately follow it up with a reason for why they shouldn't take us seriously. Don't defeat yourself. If someone doesn't like your answer, let them decide that for themselves, but don't give them the reason to not like your answer.